Hello, everybody. Welcome to Ibrahim TV. Today, we'll be talking about Mysonne, the general, calling out Charleston White. This is funny to me because both of them are the same person. One is just a Democrat, and the other one is a Republican. I'm going to explain this later in the video, but Mysonne makes this post on Instagram, and he's showing the contradictory in Charleston White's message. Up top is his interview with Cam Newton that he just did. It has over 3 million views where he's at this segment of the video, he's talking positivity. And he's talking about, how he is advocating for those who don't have a voice against those who are backed by the music moguls in the music industry. And then at the bottom, he's talking about how he don't care about black people and how he was some type of advocate at one point in time, but nobody was listening. So then he just comes to the internet to just talk crazy and destroy everything. It's funny because even in the defense, many people on Mysonne's post was not agreeing with Mysonne. I'll say this: if you look up to Charleston White to get any type of guidance or messaging from, you probably lost already. But that's the same thing for Mysonne. If you look up to Mysonne, because I'm going to show you in this video that Mysonne is all over the place and he really doesn't stand anywhere. There's not a square for him to stand on. Even in his justification of him trying to condemn Charleston White, listen to one of the comments that Mysonne makes. He said, "Y'all trying to justify a 50-year-old man bragging about rape and violence. You people are sick. If any rapper was talking like this, I will call him out. If you're talking about songs with reference to violence, that's what hip hop hypothetical stuff. This man is specifically speaking about rape and violence. It's not entertaining. It doesn't go to a beat. It's disgusting." See, even in his defense, he's giving certain people out. So if it's entertaining and if you can play a beat to it, it's okay. But if a man is just sitting there playing the character, then it's not okay. I guess you got to be tied to the industry for it to be okay. When Cam Newton, during his interview, he asked Charleston White a question, and he basically said, we're going to play a game, and I'm going to give you one. I'm going to give you a name, and I want you to tell me the first thing that comes to your head. And, he asked him about Will, he asked him about Jada, he asked him about Soulja Boy, he asked him about a few people, but then he asked him about this person.
One word with Charleston White, right? The game is simple. I have a list of names. Describe each person using the first word that comes to mind. Are you ready to play?
Yeah.
Charleston White.
Oxymoron.
See, even Charleston White will admit I'm playing a character here. He's a contrarian. I've seen him in interviews. Even in this interview, I'll give you some things. At one point, he said, I'm a great father. I had a child with my wife or my child's mother, and I wanted to be a family. I wanted to give my son something that I never had. So I married his mother. We end up having another child. As a father, I have perfect attendance. Later on in the video, he says he wants to go overseas, have a kid, and lead a kid overseas. Then at one point, he says he encouraged his son to drop out of high school or drop out of school in the 8th grade, and his mother encouraged the child to go back. Charleston White would just say anything. I just wanted to bring this up because, see, he's an easy target for somebody like Mysonne, or so Mysonne thinks, because he thinks, this guy's lightning in a bottle. And if you know Mysonne is like an activist ambulance chaser. And he's not doing this, like he says in the comment section, because he wants to condemn Charleston White or he wants to give him therapy. The last time I checked, Mysonne don't even have a counseling license, so I don't even understand how he would do any type of therapy. The reason he wants to talk to Charleston White is because of one thing. Charleston White is lightning in a bottle. This is Cam Newton's page, right? Cam Newton has over 1 million subscribers. The video with Charleston White right now, it's only been out for 5 days. It got 3.4 million views. If you look at everything else on Cam Newton's page, it's like 41,000 views here, 66, 258,000 with some rapper guy. Right, 54,000, right, 899 with Brandon Marshall of I Am Athlete, and that's two big platforms pulling people together. So the reason I believe Mysonne wants to interview Charleston White is because he's lightning in the bottle, and Mysonne is clout chasing at this point. And I say that because, this is where you really see Mysonne doing stuff like this.
Of George Floyd for 8 minutes, I knew that I had to get involved. And it is time that we allow our voices to amplify the messaging of no more.
Black Lives Matter. They ask why is that a statement that even needs to be made? Explain to me, please, why is the black man dying at the rate of an endangered species? You see,
I don't even understand how this fits in with the message of love and hip hop Atlanta. You get a whole bunch of celebrities. I think it was Trick Daddy, Little Scrappy, some other people in the crowd, and then we're gonna have a Black Lives Matter moment. Like Black Lives Matter, the messaging, not the organization. But if you're gonna call, and Mysonne was a former member of Black Lives Matter. You're calling out Charleston White, but you never called out those ladies from Black Lives Matter who took that money and ran off to all white affluent enclaves. You never called them out, but you'll sit there and you'll call Charleston White out. You called out, so I go on his Instagram and this man is calling the Ave. He's doing songs about Troy Ave. You're calling out Troy Ave, but you never called out your homegirl's homeboy. See, you're not gonna call out Al Sharpton, but you'll call out Troy Ave. This guy is punching down. This is Until Freedom. This is a organization that's supposed to be a grassroots organization, and it was founded by Tamika Mallory and Mysonne General. You see Linda Sarsour and a couple of other people. Now, why is this a problem? See, they were advocating for George Floyd at the same time that Linda Sarsour was advocating for the Cup food owners who called the police on George Floyd. See, you never call homegirl Linda Sarsour. See, you need to call out Linda Sarsour. That's where the work starts. Charity starts at home. Not calling out people over the internet who may have a message that you don't agree with at the time because it's not on the hip hop beat. That's the problem right there. Your man right here just said he lied in 90% of his song. 90% of the messages in his song was a lie, but nobody had anything to say about that. You cool with these people. There was a time where Mysonne was supporting Colin Kaepernick. And then Colin Kaepernick settled with the NFL and his messaging did change. But then, Jay-Z and everybody who said they was boycotting the NFL came and struck a deal with Roger Goodell. And a lot of people thought Mysonne was going to turn and, have some harsh words or some at least some subtle critiques for Jay-Z, but he never did. He just totally switched his position on Colin Kaepernick in the NFL. Our Jay-Z comes in, he says we're past protesting and kneeling. We need some actionable items. And the first thing he did was do a all Latin NFL halftime show. The epitome of selling out. And Mysonne just starts to pivot with him. I mean, it's a problem because you see stuff like this. This is their organization again, right? The mother of Tamir Rice accused Tamika Mallory and other activists and lawyers in the broader movement for Black lives of monopolizing the fight for racial justice following a series of social media posts after Mallory's cameo at the 2021 Grammy Award. See, this is what they do. They claim to be grassroots advocates, but then they come into your city and they align with the black bourgeois. That's what they did in Louisville. They had issues in Louisville. If y'all remember that clip that went viral, Tamika Mallory talking about who gonna check me, boo. She was talking to Louisville grassroots activists who had an issue with her coming into Louisville, and Until Freedom, Mysonne General, Tamika Mallory, and the rest of their crew came into Louisville, ignored the grassroots activists, blocked them out, and then did protests with the black bourgeois. And you think this person is going to be able to go head to head with Charleston White? Man, if Charleston White, the only reason you would have any increment of being able to compete against Charleston White if he didn't know who you were. If he knew you was the dude that was front row at the Jay-Z concert, screaming and acting like a stan, he would obliterate you. This is the type of stuff Mysonne the General does.
Because they watch you continue to go through things where they would have failed, where they would have said, you know what, I'm going to give up. I don't got the energy to do that. And you continue to push past that. They're like, why he just won't die? Because I would have been dead already. I'm going to call him every name because I want him to die. And every time you don't and you come back with a smile, it exposes how weak they are.
Right.
You know, and that's all it is. So I can't allow somebody who's weak to try to push their weakness.
I already know you're weak. I forgot who it was. Somebody on a podcast said, issue. Somebody got an issue with you. The word issue is you.
It's you. Oh, that's
Your issue with me.
It's
you. It ain't me.
It ain't me. It's you.
No, the issue with Jay Morrison is that he ran off with $15 million from the American freedmen community. $15 million that he was able to scam out of certain people, selling them dreams of creating this real estate fund called the Black Tulsa Real Estate Project. And he never did anything. You interview this man. You're supposed to be a grassroots advocate. You have to ask him about this. You got this man talking about, no, it's not me, it's you. No, it's you. It's you because you're a thief. See, all this clout chasing and stuff has to come to an end. See, what Mysonne wants to do, because Charleston White is a Trump supporter, he's a Republican, and he does do a lot of problematic things, right, on the internet, which a lot of people do to get clout, which Mysonne does to get clout. But see, his problem is that, he see how big Charleston White influence is and his following is, and he think, well, I need to grab these people, because you see the Democrats now putting their shields out there, and don't get me wrong, Mysonne General is a Democratic shield. This is him having to post about Kamala Harris, first black woman elected VP. Salute her. This woman was a career prosecutor who prosecuted people and had them sitting in prisons past their out date, fighting forest fires. And you talking about salute her as the first black woman. Where many a time she'll just say, I'm a woman of color. See, what Mysonne think he gonna do, I'm gonna go against Charleston White and I'm gonna pull some of those followers that he's gonna get to vote Republican, and I'm gonna get them back into the Democratic Party. Now, I think American freedmen people need to be independent voters this time. This is my issue with all of this. Normally, I wouldn't even involve myself in this, petty squabble over two people. But I see what the bigger play is. You think you're going to pull us back over to the left? No, we're not doing that. Either we're going to not vote or we're going to vote on the right, because we got sanctuary cities that's gutting American freedmen communities. Gutting us, man. We're not doing this stuff this time. I just wanted to come to y'all real quick and really show y'all, give y'all, just a small timeline of why I think Mysonne and Charleston White is two people that's very contradictory to the things that they say they advocate and for, and the things that they say they believe in. And I'll just end on this note. Charleston White already went to New York City. You keep calling that man back, he gonna come to New York City and do you the same way he did Queen's Flip. Y'all remember this?
I didn't read a motherfucking thing, nigga. Didn't read a motherfucking thing, internet ass nigga. I just said
nigga.
Internet ass nigga.
Never in my life.
You one to me, nigga.
I'm from Queens.
See, I wouldn't give a fuck where you from, nigga.
You ain't
give a
nigga.
fuck where you from,
you
nigga.
go on the internet to talk crazy.
No, nigga. I go to the internet to spread my gospel, nigga.
To talk crazy and get the reaction.
Gospel, nigga.
You ain't a nigga like me then.
To spread gospel, nigga. You paid to get me here, nigga. What the fuck you talking about, nigga? To spread the gospel, nigga.
Not to spread no gospel.
To spread the gospel,
I paid
nigga.
to get you here.
I spread the gospel, nigga.
I wanted to talk to you.
You paid to talk to me, nigga. That's what I'm talking about, nigga. Fuck you talking about, nigga. I get paid to open my motherfucking mouth, nigga. I make $75 an hour, nigga, as a defense mitigation specialist, and I ain't read a motherfucking thing, nigga. I sit and I listen, nigga. I sit and I listen like you need to do, nigga, to the experts. I'm the expert, nigga. You paid for me to talk, not for you to talk.
But I don't have to believe.
Nigga, I pay. You ain't got to
believe what you're saying.
So that's a problem right there. Charleston White does this. He don't just do this for money. He do this for fun. He understands that most black people really don't want to upset the apple cart. They just want to be comfortable within the status quo. They tired of being trampled on, so they want to elevate themselves above their community. And that's where people like Mysonne the General come in. That Mysonne will defend anybody that has any type of connection to white capital and make horrible excuses for them. So I just wanted to come to y'all real quick and say that, you know, before you call out Charleston White, I think you should be calling out Puff Daddy like you called out Tory Lanez. Don't tell me you ain't got no information now. You ain't had no information on Tory Lanez. All y'all got inside information when it comes time to punch down on certain people or people that y'all believe are less than y'all. But yeah, I just wanted to come to y'all and give y'all this real quick.